For this project, we have designed a channel that transfers water from a reservoir to a recreational lake. There are three main issues in this design that we're designed for. The first is reducing scouring and erosion in the channel. Shear stress design and allowable velocity meant that we calculated how many drop structures we needed to reduce the effect of scouring. Secondly, there was a much steeper section in the natural topography. A chute was designed to avoid this. Thirdly, a road was in the path of the channel. A culvert was designed to pass the flow under the road and not interfere with any transport needs.
We here at Willpower are very concerned with the impact that construction will have on the natural environment surrounding the channel. Construction is not a typical source of conventional pollution, but actually has the highest rate of sediment loading of surface waters. It also disturbs the natural ecosystem through vegetation removal, modifications to slopes, and damages the soil structure. New Zealand also has regulations that we will have to adhere to, including a sediment control plan. We propose using silt fences, which catch coarse sediment and runoff flows, and we'll build them around the lake and the channel. We also propose a temporary sediment retention pond right beside the lake catchment inlet to catch any of the remaining.
Throughout the course of the channel design, we were actively looking to control the sediment that was being built up and washed through the system. In the first channel design, we designed for the allowable velocity, and this meant that when we were limiting the velocity, there was a lower amount of sediment that could be picked up and transported. In the shear channel, we were designing for the allowable shear stress, and this meant that there was going to be a limited amount of erosion from the channel and less sediment would be picked up. Around our structures, we had things in place to stop sediment from being picked up. At the beginning of the sluice gate and after the chute design, we had a concrete pad which stopped sediment, and after the culvert we had a rip-wrap system which was also to help with the sediment. Throughout the channel design, there was also elements that were looking to improve the environmental benefits. Throughout having an open channel, this would help to encourage a more diverse ecosystem and promote environmental features.
As part of this design, an operating and monitoring manual has been included to ensure that the design lasts more than 20 years. As part of this, it is important that all pieces of infrastructure are accessible by machinery so that if any repairs are needed, they can access them. The pieces of infrastructure in the design are designed for a maximum flow rate of 2 cubic meters per second. The sluice gate should be used to ensure that the flow rate never exceeds this. The channel beds and banks should be checked regularly for erosion, and if there's any signs of erosion, the repair work should be done. The concrete structures within the design should be regularly checked for sediment build-up, and this sediment should be removed if there is any. The concrete structures in the design should be checked regularly for damage, and if there is any signs of damage, this should be repaired immediately.